Well, if you started solo leveling at the very beginning, well, day one should I say, then today is the day where we get our complete package of the free SSR and weapon. So let's claim it. Does anything happen? Oh, we got 5 tickets, nice. I think that's the end of it upon getting the character. I wanted to wait until I got his weapon to then really test him out. So obviously with this character, he is a breaker for the wind typing, and just in general for a wind typing alone, it's just coverage. That's the plus side about all of this. But is it worth to put all this time and effort into him? So I gave him the break set. I've also given him so that when the HP below falls below 70% for the enemy, then we get that 20% increase. So just kind of went with all of that. Give him damage, and more importantly put his defense up. So when it comes to Jinzhou, of course, getting him as a free unit, is he worth the time? Is he worth to invest in? Of course, that's the big takeaway. The fact that we're getting his weapon. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, do I invest? Because, you know, at the end of the day, resources has to be put in, and obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen the tier list that I did. Of course, I did put him at A at the very least, of course. And I guess the best way I can kind of put it is, should you work on him? Yes or no? And what I mean by that, because I know it's just like, well, what is it, Shiny? Yes or no? But you can't just say both. The thing about solo leveling is you want coverage. You want coverage in all attributes. Now, in terms of us getting this character out for free, is the fact that not only is he giving us wind coverage, and not only are we getting his weapon, so we've got the full package, but where he's a breaker, which is something that is heavily needed. So for example, with myself, I am lacking in the light department. Obviously I've got my light healer. Obviously when Chahayan drops, I am 100% in need of her, because I need her typing as well as an attacking unit. I don't have any breakage for light, so like I am screwed in that situation. So this is why I mentioned having coverage is hugely beneficial. And so to get a free wind coverage, that is why I say put a little bit of time into him. Don't go too crazy. I wouldn't invest too much into him. What is going on? Hello? Why am I getting... Bro, that damage was insane. But don't put too much time into him, I will say. Obviously, just make sure you know you've got like the artifacts and whatnot all set, and that his breakage is on point. That's the main thing I would say you really want to focus on with this character, Jesus Christ, is you want to make sure that his breakage is decent. Wind attribute breakage is what you're kind of looking to get. So I mean, again, if you can set up in the artifact department, get it up to like level 10, then you're kind of chilling. Again, with the accessories, do as you please with that. I would take obviously cater more on the damage department, so because after breaking you're gonna want to use him to do a little bit of damage. So right now, I mean, his breakage isn't exactly the best in terms of it being light, so there are other units that can break a lot better, and obviously I don't have type advantage for those. So, oh my god! You're pissing me off! Stop! Oh my god! Okay, I'm dead. Wait, I'm alive. Am I dead? I can't even... Bro, how did I do this fight? I've already done this fight. How did I do this fight? How did I do this fight? I don't even know! But like, in situations like this, Anna will be a much better unit, because of course she's got much bigger breakage. So that's kind of like why I probably guessed why they went to decide to give me for free, but still, it's breakage coverage, can't complain, we'll take it. Oh my god, how did I do this? I don't even know. Boys, I'm not even capping right now, this is a fight. I need to... okay, this is another problem, like the QTE just goes the opposite direction to what I needed to go. It's so stupid. Don't... Why are you focused on him? Okay, the boss is there. Oh, I'm panicking. Okay, go. Oh god, no, don't. Bro, I need your move, bro. Like this man. God damn it. Okay, there we go. So even when the breakage is gone, his damage is somewhat decent. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best, but yeah, I would still cater to others. I would still cater to other breakers. There we go, beautiful. So for example with Emma, she has a thing where if the enemy is in a break state, I can do more damage. So yeah, I think my final conclusion, obviously to having this unit, especially to where I've put him out, of course, solid unit. put a little bit of work into him, something that I would highly advise, because I mean, like I said, it's not anything crazy kind of needed in terms of what the final game and game content offers in terms of really heavily needed wind attribute over others, but I will say to have the wind attribute breaker, it's just a nice little thing to have, just to give you that little bit more support and I guess a little bit more offensive damage. Obviously, the way I do go about it is obviously I do bring him along. So in terms of in this situation, obviously the weakness to the boss itself will be wind. So I've got him along, and I would always bring along 2 other characters. One preferably that does more heavy breaking and hopefully more damage, as well as the 3rd unit to also do a lot more damage. So he's just there to kind of catering to the typing advantage. So right there, as you guys can see, like weakness advantage on breaking will always do a little bit more, even though it does says it's light. Although Emma does come in and just kind of be like, yeah, don't worry, I can also help out in the breaking department. So that's what I mean. So again, save your materials for the better units, for the bigger characters. Obviously, you do get him given to you for free. You get the weapon for free. So that's a huge play and a huge bonus of its own, of course. So obviously, you can utilize that and cater to that to building him up just a little bit, but don't go too ham. I wouldn't say that he's worth all of that. Solid unit, but I don't think he's worth to go the full max for other characters. For example, I know some of you guys are probably going to go crazy for Emma or for Troy. And for those characters, yeah, invest. Their damage output is beautiful. Emma's breakage is absolutely insane, so cater to that. But as a free unit, Chinchilla is, yeah, I mean, not a bad unit, but as it stands with where the game is at, until they update it to make gold less crazy or more farmable, yeah, I wouldn't say it's worth to go invest that heavy into him. Invest a little, boys. Invest a little. Get him going for the breakage at the very least. Outside of that, you can relax, and then slowly but surely you might be able to build him up if you choose to. But I will say, wind typing right now is looking a bit kind of it needs help. It needs a lot of help. So future wind characters need to come in and elevate this typing a lot. So just dodge all of that. Let's just keep punching you. Oh my god, I just seen the goddamn timer. I didn't know there was a timer. Alright, let me just bring out the big boys. Yep. Yep, we're just going to casually, easily break. And then Emma, if you just want to come in. Yeah, she does it. And then, yeah, that's basically how it's going to work in terms of... So yeah, I think that's kind of where I stand. I was just obviously looking at his skill levels when you max it out, just kind of see what the percentages work from. So yeah, he does work off his defense, so build him up in the defense section. But yeah, even if I do put up his skills, I mean, if I cater more into the defense side, I think what it is with this character, just because of how things are right now with the game itself, we need a lot more we need a lot more improvements in the gold department before we can actually start I mean, there's a lot to factor in terms of resources, gold and whatnot, as I've mentioned before. And so, because that is the case with this game in particular, it does make you have to question on whether or not if it's worth to, you know, put all that effort into a character that is, as I've said in my tier list, A tier at most. So yeah, solid free character. I'm glad that they gave us the character as well as the weapon. That's beautiful. Good unit to have just for attribute coverage for all accounts, which is beautiful. He's a breaker for the wind typing, can't go wrong with that. So in terms of all of that, I stand by saying build him up in terms of making him a decent breaker, get his defense up a little bit, of course, so that he's usable, you know, especially in the end stages of the story. But outside of that, you probably won't get much use out of him, other than bosses and raids that have that wind attribute weakness. Then you might want to throw him in there just to get that help in hand. But yeah, I think A tier at most is kind of where we're keeping this man. So don't go too crazy, don't spend too much resources, just build up a little bit so that way at least you got the breakage covered.